Hello and a very good morning to our respected lecturer, Mrs. Shafiza. Today, me and my group will be presenting our assignment 1 of Power and Politics virtually. Our group members consist of our leader, Ahmad Safwan bin Zakaria, Aklan bin Shay Nazmi, and me, Idris Hazim bin Azri. I will be presenting the first question of our assignment. The first question of our assignment is which formal base of power does Vivi Yusuf possess and which does she practice the least? Based off the article, I believe she possesses both reward and legitimate formal bases of power. In the article, it states that she uses encouragement and her position to lead and guide her subordinates. It states that she has an easygoing personality and has close relationships with many of her workers. This sort of personality makes me believe that she does not practice a coercive formal base of power. It is my belief that she practices this the least as compared to reward and legitimate formal bases of power. It also states that her position as a co-founder in her organization. This likely grants her a lot of legitimate power in those organizations and cements her position in them.
Okay, now it's my turn to present the next subtopic is related to coercive, reward and legitimate power. And the first one is coercive power. Coercive power is an ability that allows an authority figure to influence another individual to deliver a result by using fear and treat as an incentive. Employers act in a certain way to complete a task they did not want to do in their first place because they are afraid of the consequence of losing their job. Coercive power includes things like physical harm, bullying, and humiliation. They may even threaten to fire the employees if they fail to perform their responsibility effectively. And the second one is reward power. Employment of a reward to persuade a subordinate to obey an order is known as reward power, and the power comes from the manager's capacity to do so. They promise to offer something to their employees in return for completing a task because employees are motivated by personal gain, whether financial or otherwise. Reward power has an impact on their behavior. People are more inclined to collaborate when they are rewarded for their effort. For instance, bonuses, incentives, and promotion. This might simply be a simple incentive, such as free dinner afterward or payday off. And the last one is legitimate power. It is the major source of power in a company. The individual in charge of the form of authority is bound by the official position he or she holds. They are employees' powerhouse and they should be ensured that everything runs smoothly. Legal power may be used in a variety of settings. For example, police officers who have been given authority by the government have the legal authority to make errors. Okay, which approach seems to be the most effective? In my opinion, each of the three conceptual categories of power has its own set of benefits and drawbacks. I believe that reward power is most effective of the three. Employees who love the prize will be motivated to perform more in the future to be recognized. Leaders who use reward power are more likely to be respected by their staff, which is a advantageous sign. Employees regard to their bosses as friends rather than co-workers. This may also result in more happy and healthy working atmosphere for everyone.
Why do you think rational persuasion is the most frequently utilized influence tactic? Influence tactics are strategies that leaders can use to change their employees' attitudes, values, or behaviors. Influence itself comes in a variety of flavors, for example, coalition, consultation, inspirational appeals, rational persuasion, and a few less team-friendly options. The actual tactics that leaders use vary according to the situation and the desired outcomes, but the best and the most frequently utilized is rational persuasion. Okay, rational persuasion is a simple tactic. With this tactic, you use logical arguments and factual evidence to show that a request is feasible and relevant to reaching important objectives. It shows that your perspective is the most logical alternative, and the more effectively you can do this, the less likely they will fight your idea. Second, while you can persuade people quite effectively with inspirational appeals, the best influential motivators in the office tend to be those grounded in logic. However, you must know that this statement remains true only if they are used genuinely. Many people have probably used rational persuasion before without being aware of it. It shows that many analyses represent one form of rational persuasion. Third, rational persuasion can also be used to win over your prospect in a sales environment. It is considered as manipulative since you want to bring others over to your way of thinking. This does not make it a bad thing if your purpose is to do what is best for the team or the prospect. At some point, your ideas may suddenly become everyone's ideas because that is the primary purpose of rational persuasion after all. Team success is ultimately more important than individual success. In the end, you will bask in the glow of accomplishment anyway, and you will find yourself surrounded by a group much more likely to listen to your ideas. Personally, which influence tactics that you prefer the most? For me, I will choose rational persuasion for influence tactics that I prefer the most, considering that these tactics usually based on using logic and evidence to influence the others. It shows that you are basically an expert or knowledgeable to the others. You will gain more respect from them when you show just how much knowledge you have regarding your work. With this, that's all from our group. Thank you very much for watching our videos.